The first time I noticed her laugh that night, it wasn't at one of my jokes. It wasn't even directed at me. It floated across the room, high and bright, like she was with someone she actually wanted to be there with. And the worst part, I was the reason she was even in that ballroom. My event, my team, my night. Yet it was like I didn't exist. The annual gala was supposed to be a celebration. My company's biggest event of the year. Months of planning had led to this. Crystal chandeliers glowing, champagne flowing, people in suits and gowns shaking hands and exchanging smiles. My name was on the program, my work recognized in the opening speeches. But none of that mattered when I looked across the room and saw my wife, Emma, standing far too close to another man. She wasn't touching him, not exactly. But her body language told me everything. The tilt of her head, the way she leaned in when he spoke, the careless flick of her hair behind her ear. Those little signals you recognize when you've spent years knowing someone. I swallowed hard, forcing a smile for the colleague beside me. "James, you okay?" he asked. "Yeah," I lied, my throat dry. "Just need some air." The ignoring game. I told myself I was being paranoid. Stress, fatigue. But as the night stretched on, I couldn't shake it. Every time I tried to approach Emma, she drifted away, laughing with a cluster of people I barely knew, sipping wine with her eyes sparkling, brushing past me as if I were just another guest. Not her husband. Not the man who invited her. At first, I chalked it up to her being social. She was always more outgoing than me. But when I finally caught her eye from across the room, she didn't smile. She didn't wave. She just looked away, like I was an obligation she hadn't gotten around to dealing with yet. That cut deep. I found myself standing in corners, half listening to conversations, nodding while my chest tightened. I checked my phone, no message from her. I sent one. "Where are you?" No reply. It was surreal. My wife was in the same room, but it felt like we were worlds apart. The breaking point. Around 10 I gave up trying. I slipped out quietly, leaving the buzz of laughter and clinking glasses behind me. My car was parked in the shadows of the lot, and as soon as I shut the door, the silence hit me like a brick wall. For the first time all night I let the mask drop. My hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. She had ignored me. My event. In front of my colleagues. In front of people who respected me. And the more I thought about it, the clearer it became. She wasn't just ignoring me. She was avoiding me. I sat there for 15 minutes, staring at nothing, waiting for her to notice I was gone. Waiting for my phone to buzz with a text that never came. Finally I started the engine. The phone call. It wasn't until I was halfway home that my phone lit up. Name. I let it ring once. Then I answered. "James. Where are you?" Her voice sounded sharp, almost panicked. "I left," I said flatly. "You what? Why?" "Because you made it clear you didn't want me there." There was a pause. I could hear the noise of the ballroom in the background, muffled laughter and clinking glasses. "That's ridiculous," she said. "I was just mingling." Mingling? I laughed bitterly. "Emma, you didn't even look at me all night. You're overreacting." The words sliced me open. Overreacting. That was her go-to whenever I dared to point out something she didn't want to admit. "I'll talk to you when you get home," I said coldly, and hung up before she could respond. The discovery. When she walked through the door an hour later, she carried the faint scent of someone else's cologne. Not mine. Not hers. A masculine, woodsy scent that didn't belong in our home. I noticed it instantly. "Long night?" I asked, sitting at the kitchen table, the untouched glass of whiskey in front of me. She blinked, startled to see me awake. "James, you scared me." "Scared you? Or caught you?" Her lips parted, but no words came. For a second she looked guilty. Then her mask snapped back into place. "Don't start this," she said, brushing past me toward the bedroom. But I couldn't let it go. "Who was he?" She froze. "What?" "The man you were with. The one who made you laugh like that. The one whose cologne you're still wearing." Her shoulders tensed. Slowly she turned to face me. You're imagining things. Don't lie to me, Emma. For the first time in years, her eyes didn't meet mine. The truth. The silence stretched between us, heavy and suffocating. Then she spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. It's not what you think. My heart pounded. Then tell me what it is. She swallowed hard. I've been seeing him. For a few weeks. The words didn't register at first. Seeing him. Like it was casual. Like it wasn't tearing our life apart. I stood slowly, the chair scraping against the tile. You mean, you've been cheating on me? Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't deny it. I didn't plan for this to happen. I felt invisible. Invisible. The irony hit me like a cruel joke. She had ignored me all night, and now she was accusing me of making her invisible. Do you have any idea what you've done? Asked, my voice breaking. I'm sorry, she whispered. I didn't want you to find out like this. Like this. I laughed bitterly. Emma, you ignored me at my own event so you could flirt with your affair partner in front of everyone. How else was I supposed to find out? She flinched. We didn't sleep that night. She cried. I sat in silence, staring at the wall, replaying every moment of the evening in my head. The way she brushed me off. The way she glowed around him. The way she only noticed me when I disappeared. By morning, something inside me had shifted. I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't even going to demand answers she clearly didn't want to give. I poured myself a coffee, looked at her red, swollen eyes and said, "Pack your things." Her jaw dropped. James, wait. No. You made your choice. Now I'm making mine. She reached for me but I stepped back. For once, I didn't let her touch soften me. I loved you, I said quietly. But last night showed me exactly where I stand in your life. And it's nowhere. The sound of her suitcase zipping was the cruelest kind of closure. When the door shut behind her, the silence was deafening. But this time it wasn't suffocating. It was clean, final. I sat back at the kitchen table, the same untouched glass of whiskey in front of me. But I didn't drink it. Instead, I whispered to the empty room. You only noticed me when I disappeared. Now you'll notice me gone for good. And for the first time in a long time I felt something close to peace.